in general, it's her backhand that she hits the hardest and goes for her winners from that side. But, you know, she has been playing very well. She's built up her confidence, as she said, from working with Mervyn Rose, and she's tried to be more aggressive. The players are talking a lot these days about adding to their games, and just in that last point we saw seles coming into the net, but they talk about it in virtually every press conference. How are you going to do something different? How are you going to come into the net? And you hardly ever see it, but there are little tiny signs of it.
And she was so proud in Barcelona when we saw her recently at the Olympic Games, accepting her bronze medal in the singles. Capriati it was, she lost to in a marvellous match, 3 sets, in front of the Queen.
And, you know, there was so much pressure on her in Barcelona, and it's almost as if since that's been over, the monkey has been lifted off her back. She has been a much better player in the last few weeks. She went straight from Barcelona. She struggled in Los Angeles. She must have been very tired and lost to Monica there. But then she came right back and beat her the next week. So that's really paid off her hard work.
And of course, Seles unable to play in the Olympic Games because she was not prepared to turn out for Yugoslavia in the Federation Cup, and that was a precondition. Well, now, I wonder if this young lady can break the Seles serve. She's done it once, and she was 5-1 down in the first set.
And it was Arantxa Sanchez who upset Steffi Graf.
And let's not forget, of course, that she won a silver medal, did Sanchez with Martinez in the doubles.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
5, please.
Goes into Mary Jo and Gigi Fernandez, no relation, the Americans.
Tracy Austin, who has been doing commentary here for the USA Network all through the tournament, sitting down in the past champions box there.
15 all.
A naturally bubbly personality, loved wherever she goes around the world. Sanchez Vicario, and a great advert for women's tennis. Well, they're not missing by much, but an inch is enough, isn't it? And the match has been in progress now for exactly 1 hour.
And this time Arantxa actually finding her way into the net, and she is a very competent volleyer. She plays very good doubles these days, one of the best of the doubles players.
Clever thinking there. Combination of shots. The drop shot is the weapon that most people like to use against Seles, who's really not very much of a volley.
Advantage Seles.
those relentless pounding drives, which seem to cling to the lines at times, taking her to 3-1. And unless Sanchez Vicario can find a new dimension somewhere, she's going to be a loser in her first US Open final.
Well, the difficulty, John, is that you really feel if you've got any sort of chance against somebody like Monica, you've got to start off right at the beginning of the match, because they're going to build confidence and just come up with shots like that last one. And then you start going for just a little bit too much.
Another single-handed shot.
15-30.
More and more you see her do that when she's forced wide. One of the things, incidentally, she was practicing with her father earlier. Take that.
15-40.
And a query there from Seles, but the serve seemed to me to clip the line.
Leads 4-1.
4-1 and 2 breaks of serve, and the great fight that we expected not materializing, because Seles is preventing Sanchez from having the balls on which she can attack and create those openings which she's done in the previous matches.
And you know, asking around the players and people who know the women's game, it was interesting today to get a reaction, because an awful lot of people said, I think Sanchez Vicario can win. And I must say that I was inclined to agree, except that I didn't think that Monica would lose twice in a row to somebody. You know, her record is so incredible. She's hardly ever lost more than once to any player. There are only a handful of players that she has lost twice to. This tournament has been full of upsets from the women's side. You usually think that the women's side goes pretty much according to plan, but they had Martina Navratilova losing in the second round. Capriati lost in the third round to Patricia He in a very good match. Patricia He has been playing very good tennis. She's from Canada. Sabatini lost to Mary Jo Fernandez in the quarterfinals. She really, having not played enough since Wimbledon, she just played the one tournament in San Diego and lost there early on. And of course, Steffi Graf played really a sort of almost a lackluster quarterfinal against Arantxa Sanchez, who was very buoyant in that match.
Please take a seat.
So it has not gone according to plan, and this match is, as you say, not quite the contest we thought it might be.
Quiet, please.
All because of the skill of this young lady.
Ready for play.
What a player. When she won here last year, you know, Seles,
Quiet, please.
that was her 4th Grand Slam title in just 9 events, and nobody's done that before. It took Chris Evert, for instance, 13 tournaments before she captured her 4th. And Steffi needed 17, Steffi Graf. It's good, I think. Little kiss of the racket.
Love 15.
And this shot is a good one here. Monica comes back with a pretty good shot. Really, it should have been very effective, but that little soft hand as she hit the half volley helped her out.
15 all.
But back live, and Seles has recovered the situation. 15 all. A good serve. Well played. This is what I was meaning, those half-court situations which Sanchez can exploit have been very few and far between. Making Seles wait here, this is deliberate. Well, now, can she convert one of these two break points? Well, it wasn't a bad idea, was it, to bring her forward, but the drop shot really wasn't good enough and telegraphed, so Seles had lots of time.
Thank you. Deuce.
Two break points saved. Oh, it's on the line.
And this has been a good series of 3 points here for Monica Seles. She knows what she has to do with that one, and she just goes into a very small area with tremendous pace. And you can feel a certain sympathy for Sanchez.
Seles leads 5-1.
Mum hardly able to watch now what has become really a rout, but it's all because of the extreme confidence and skill of this remarkable 18-year-old born in Novi Sad, Yugoslavia.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Quiet, please.
1-5.